The oven took 7 minutes to preheat, and the kiln took 7 hours and 40 minutes to get to temperature. So they're pretty even. Welcome back to part 3 of making polymer clay aliens and ceramic clay aliens. Once the kiln was at temperature, it took about 6 hours to cool back down before it was safe to open, and that leaves us at about 26 hours to start our day. And it's underglaze day, so this is the part where all of my figures probably spend the most time in hand. Regardless of how fast I get at the clay or how many times I've made a piece, underglaze always takes the longest. Each color requires 3 coats to become opaque, and they need to dry completely before you paint on the next layer. If you don't wait properly, it can cause all kinds of problems. To make things easier for myself, I stick all of my tiny pieces on dowels while I'm painting them. This allows me to easily hold them and get details on without dropping them a million times. Another thing that I do to make my job easier is use underglaze. While that may sound odd, I get the results that I want far more frequently when I use underglaze versus any of the other glazes I've tried. POV, you walk into the studio and catch me working. While painting the bodies of each of the pieces is quite simple, it does take the longer amount of time in dry time. Details take a really long time to paint, but they also dry much quicker. The eyes I put on almost all of my pieces require 3 layers, which means I have to wait for each of them to dry every single time. So I put the white down, it needs to be completely dry before the black goes down, and then the black needs to be all the way 100% dry before the top layer of white goes on, otherwise it completely smudges. Once all of the details are on and dry, all I had to do was take them off of their sticks and paint their little bottoms. For whatever reason, my cat was completely obsessed with them today, so we had some minor delays. First underglaze clip was recorded at 4:15, and the last one finished at 7:47, so minus some cat interruptions, I'd say it took about 3.5 hours to get everybody completely glazed before being able to put them in the kiln. So our clock in for ceramics for day 3 is about 29.5 hours. See you tomorrow for part 4.